Well, hello guys, this is Paraleo and let's continue. I actually played through the next bit, but I did forget to set up my keys back then, so I am redoing this part. So to not spoil anything for you guys, I'll keep the mic closed for the most part in this episode. Alright. Let me just start that. Alright, let's go. By the way, I noticed I made a mistake once. So, I see this. See, maybe some of you remember I took this as a reward for this guy, but this one is not a throwing spear. I didn't notice back then. So I want to make this a ranger, so this is not helping me. He gets killed very quickly when he goes into melee. So sadly, I can't use this for him. And for the others, I do not want to give it to them because they are meant for other weapons, guys. Okay. So as you can see, I changed this. I must say it feels a bit better by using the keys for the first 7 spells. And I will set up this after we get into the level a bit more. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And let's start. You will be hearing from me way later. Bye bye.
Disbelief marked the faces of surviving Moonkin as Asuka explained his idea. A pact with a brittle-bone elder? Resurrecting a fallen god? Disgrace, they roared. Madness! But was there any other choice? So it was that Akrog used the chieftain's word for the first time. The Moonkin would meet this strange brittle bone in the Blackheart jungle for a peace talk. When they marched to the cradle 5 sundowns ago, the Moonkin had been bleeding. When they abandoned it to the hunters, the wound was wide open.
This is it. The brittle-bone stranger is nearby.
And Noog still think it is not wise to go alone. Take a few beaks, at least.
Akrog agreed to a peace talk.
And brittle bones honor peace talks not. They say they will, then they stab each other in the back.
Maybe so. But this brittle-bone had 100 chances to crush Zaska, and he crushed him not. Also, if he is anywhere near as powerful a hexer as Zaska thinks, a few beaks will make no difference. Please, Akrog. If they break the first pact they struck with the stranger, he might choose not to help them after all. The tribe has been ravaged, and they cannot ruin this chance.
Zaska speaks true, chieftain. Trust must start somewhere.
Akrog still understands not what this stranger gets out of this. Why would a brittle bone help the Moonkin?
Grungwar wonders the same thing.
Well, that is what they are here to find out. Zaska asked him the same question, though, and the stranger told him he stands to gain as much from this as the Moonkin.
100 Moonkin tusks. Why told Zaska Akrog not earlier that he was meeting with a brittlebone?
It is difficult. He wanted not to burden Akrog, not after what happened to his sire. Also, nothing was certain yet.
But my bad.
Well, it is not like Zaska lied, is it? He just told Akrog not. Look, he is sorry. But what was it Narjak used to say? If the stone is crushed, there is no putting it back together.
Akrog understands, but Zaska should not do this again. Trusted ones need to trust each other.
will not happen again. Now, how about they talk more about his disappointment later?
What thinks Nurbok of this? Akrok cares. Nurbok is the great warrior of the Moonkin. His thoughts matter. Nurbok thinks the small tusk is right.
Wonders never cease.
Nurbok thinks not that it is wise to put the fate of the tribe into a Brittlebone's hands. But it is true if this stranger had wanted to kill the Moonkin, he could have done it when they were not expecting it. Also, Akrog has made up his mind, and the Moonkin are already here, so they might as well go through with it. Stop the club not in the middle of a swing.
It is Chieftain now, Nurbok, not Akrog.
Sure, Chieftain. All right. Anuk, make camp here and bring in the others. If they are not back by sundown, flee and find somewhere safe. Akrog has spoken.
If only there is a safe place. But Anuk understand.
Good then. Grungwar, Zaska, Little Blood, come. Time to find out what this stranger's wild plan is.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Big Blood? The hunters, they killed the Moonkin, no? Big Blood think they untusk, sire?
They probably did, but it changes nothing. Magua took him into the Moonlit River when the devouring was complete.
That way.
They will not get away from Zaska.
Time to move on.
No one here! Crush them now!
What is needed of him?
This way?
Yeah, so they say you can detonate it, but I don't know how you can detonate it.
At his service.
To heal more, you know.
Zaska is listening.
Let's go, we have some cats to get over here. I like cats, but not these ones. So I'm doing it basically
May Magua guide his hand.
mixed control. I'm using the keys for the first part, and I'm using the mouse for the ones from the other half. Come on. This one is, it has high hit points. Okay, we still have 4 more groups.
Grungwa is ready.
More life force. What takes?
Usually when you see resources around, that
Grungwa
means...
take a closer look.
Okay. This is randomized. I got something worse. We will get there, but let's heal it a bit. I wonder how can you detonate it, man? So detonation results in a stronger healing bursts. I don't know how. Maybe if the enemy destroys it, we get a boost in healing. I actually don't know.
More trouble.
Let's go. So there is a strong enemy over here, a demon. We will get that after we talk to the stranger.
What on Urgath is this?
You will lead the way.
Well, well. Look what the jungle brought to me.
That is him. Huh. What is that?
He go there.
This
So, you are the chieftain Zaska told me about. Curious.
He is Akrog Bone Crusher, chieftain of the Moonkin.
A pleasure to meet you, chieftain. I must say, I can't help but be impressed at your level of speech. Where I come from, people still believe trolls are all about grunting and roaring. But let's not beat around the bush, shall we? How much has Zaska told you about my proposal?
Akrog knows not the stranger's name yet.
That's true, and I would rather have it stay this way. Nothing personal, just precaution.
He means because he is scared.
Not scared, only a person of, how to put it, notoriety. There are many people out there who would love to see me dead, and I'd rather not give them the satisfaction.
only a coward hides his tusks and his name.
Call me a coward, then.
Akrog, just drop it. They are not here because they want to become trusted ones with this brittle bone, but because he can help them.
I couldn't have put it any better myself. So tell me, how much has Zaska told you?
Magua has given many troll tribes the power to speak. Brittlebones just choose to ignore it.
That is the goddess you worship, isn't it? I see.
All that he knows. The stranger wants to bring a dead god back to life, and he needs the Moonkin's help to do it.
Imprisoned, not dead. But yes, that about sums it up. Let's start from the beginning. After the first battles between the dark and light races, which would lead to the War of the Six, many of trolls, dark elves, and orcs fled to Urgath to recover.
The Moonkin know about the escape. That is how their ancestors came to Urgath. The last chieftain, he was one of them.
Narjak Firstborn. I'm aware. And this is not a history lesson. I'm telling you this because of the creature that led the escape.
Zarek's cog, the field dog. What has it to do with anything? It went back to Fiara after the escape, hundreds of years ago.
Yes, that's what most believe, even among the light races. The truth is, the Hibernian Empire sent a division of elite warrior priests after them. The Sacred Seal. They tracked down the field dog and locked it away deep inside a prison here on Urgath. I believe that prison is on the other side of this swamp. And I also believe that while the priests of the Sacred Seal are long dead, the field dog is still there.
Hibernians. They are the Brittlebones on the land across the sea, no?
They used to be. The Hibernian Empire fell some time ago.
It fell? Oh, Grangwa knew not.
Well, how would you? The only things that travel between Urgarth and Fiara are fortune seekers and mercenaries, like the ones who hunt you.
This makes no sense. Zarek's cub, the field dog, it is a god. Nothing can harm it.
Demigod. And yes, it's true that a field dog can't be killed by conventional means. I'm assuming that's why the priests of the Sacred Seal imprisoned rather than killed it.
How knows the stranger all this, if no one else does?
Such a curious troll. How refreshing. First, I have access to records most other people do not. Second, for the past 5 years, I did little else but study these records.
If those Hibernians could trap Zarek's cub, why not kill it? They were lightlings, no?
It is true. Maybe they were not able to.
My thinking exactly. It would have been in their interest to kill the field dog, and I'm fairly certain that was their original mission. But something must have prevented them.
And the stranger wants to free Zarek's cub, hoping that will gain him and the Moonkin his favor. That is his idea, no?
That is correct. Zaska told me of your scourges, chieftain. The rot, the hunters. There is no way you'll wrestle down those foes on your own, but with the help of a demigod, that would turn the tables.
What thinks Grungwar of this?
He thinks it is a bad idea. Even if this temple exists, and even if betting the last Moonkin warriors on this strange plan would not be madness, who is to say the cub would even help them if they break its shackles? Zarek has never cared for the trolls. He made them slaves, arrow fodder for the greenskins to toss at their enemies. For all they know, the cub would simply devour the whole tribe and leave.
Better to be eaten by a god than be untusked by a brittlebone. The stranger speaks true, Grungwar. They have no choice. Even if the hunters stop tracking them down, the rot will still keep killing Moonkin cubs before they are even born. What will Grungwar do about that,
They have Noag. He has the Moonblood.
It will be many years before Noag can mate. And even if he were to sire 1,000 cubs, how would the tribe feed them while they were little? Please, Akrog. They have tried running. They have tried hiding, but it never worked. Just this once. Let them do, and not be done too.
Fine. They will take a look at this temple, then they will decide what to do next. Akrog has spoken. The stranger says this temple is here in the jungle?
Yes, I can show you. There's just one thing we need to take care of first. The Chainers.
Those green-skinned slavers?
Yes. A small troll tribe lived here. And the Chainers rushed through the jungle a few days back and enslaved them. The main group is gone, but there are still a few troops left. And they have set up their cowl right in front of the temple. I know your ranks have been decimated, but you should be able to take them on, especially with the element of surprise. Finally, there's another matter we should take care of before we move into the temple.
One more thing. Why needs the stranger the Moonkin for this? If he is as powerful a hexer as Zaska says, could he not free the cub on his own?
A fair question. Suffice it to say that breaking into an ancient temple has its own unique challenges, where the muscle of your kind would come in quite handy.
That is all, then. The stranger needs someone to crush rocks for him.
Well, not quite. It's also about safety. That temple has stood abandoned for centuries, so it's bound to be crawling with all kinds of vermin and undead. I thought about hiring a mercenary corps, But they are expensive, attract a lot of attention, and will probably stab you in the back the moment they sniff a gain to be made. I know this probably isn't the answer you wanted to hear, but it's the truth.
Grunwar, what tribe could these trolls belong to?
Mud crawlers or bog tusks, probably. They are the only ones who live this deep in the jungle.
Akrog never heard of those before. What are their bonds to the Moonkin?
Probably not enemies. They honor Magwa's law.
So how could they possibly be bad trolls?
Well, they should still be careful. So, these brittle bones in the temple, the sacred seal, the stranger said they died. What happened to them?
That's a mystery I'm hoping to solve once we're inside.
Whatever it was, Grungwar is sure the cub played a role in it.
What is this other matter?
Well, it's related to the creatures of this lovely jungle. Briefly put, some kind of disease seems to be making the rounds, and it makes creatures go mad, docile and predator alike.
Grungwar thinks they fought such a creature. Could it be a disease, perhaps?
If so, then it's no ordinary one. It also seems to spread. I've seen more and more animals like this. Considering you have a tribe to feed, you should probably put down those cursed animals whenever you see them. Otherwise...
They might corrupt the entire hunting grounds. The stranger speaks true. The Moonkin will take care of it. What about the stranger? Will he help the Moonkin fight?
I would, but something tells me I should save my strength for when we find the temple. I will do some scouting in the meantime. There are a couple of things out here I have yet to look into.
Fine, if you must. And one more thing. Akrog decided to trust the stranger. Make him not regret it.
Don't worry. I cannot guarantee any of this will work, but I will stay true to my word. Good luck now. We'll speak once you've dealt with the chainers.
Alright, before we move on to the base.
And gone.
A teleport hex, like the hunters used.
It is true. Well then, let them take a look at this tribe camp to see what the Moonkin are up against. They will bring the others when it is safe.
Before we go there, let's take care of the creatures around here. Yeah, I seen this 3 times, I think, this part. 2 times. 2 times the talk with the strangers, that's why I'm yawning. Because I will have to do it again when I'm reviewing this vid. So
He is on his
I
way.
was yawning in anticipation. Now let's take care of the creatures around here. There's actually a demon around who is part of this quest. It's very strong, and sometimes it depends on luck if you can get it at this stage, because we are not even level 3, as you can see. And but first let's assign some points. Okay, so he gained this and this. Now I don't know about this. Feels like he gets a ton of extra damage onto himself. I think this one is actually good. Let's get it. This is good also. But let's get this one. Enfeebled. Enfeebled might help us versus that demon also. So let's see. It's a single target spell. We can only 7. Just look, where is the cost, man? I don't see the cost. Oh, if you have carrying ingredients, so it's only one charge. Let's postpone this for later. This might be helpful. How much is this? It costs one ingredient, so we can use it at least once in a fight. Yeah, we do have enough healing, just not enough healing to fight this guy. Yeah, we'll have to dance around. I might even lose people. And I'll have to revive them on the spot so we don't lose the mission. I don't know what to pick. Okay, we have taunted. Alright, this one is good. This one is good. Because we have the taunt from Noag. And it's good. They combo the damage. Okay. Alright. Right. Grangwar. Self-targeted. Can this be? All right. Till level 9, it's a long way to go. So when we apply this onto our spell, we can actually interrupt casting. So that's good. But not right now. Right now we just flaming rock. 50, we don't even have that much. This is powerful also, but we can't actually cast it if we take it, so. Let's take this one. Alright. And let's add some focus, I don't know. So we will be needing to spam this and this. This one is 21, this one is 10. Oh, let's do it like this. Alright, so this one is the most effective against that demon, because that demon doesn't have any resistance to magic, so he will do the most damage to him. So I need to keep him alive for...
What should he do?
Alright, you sir, what can we do? Feels less pain. Can be good. How much does it cost? Not too much. I'm gonna keep this for this mostly. This is good, I would say. Let's take it, at least one. Yeah, we need this to counter the other thing that Noag has now. I feel like this makes him take a lot of damage. Now what else? Should I get this? It's only one level. Oh, I didn't click it. I thought I did. Okay. Let's move back. What did I? Alright. Let's take this down. Let's take this. This is good. This is good. And the second one, the second level, it's even better. Okay. Let's save a bit. How are we on time? Only 28? No, it's okay.
You're ready.
First we have to deal with another group over here.
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp.
Come on.
They will regret
Why are you sitting around? Stay here.
They don't hurt big blood.
Yeah, I'm not yet used to the hotkeys, but I will get used to them.
You find out. What on Urgath is this?
Let's
Ready for action.
let's save over here again. Oh, I use this.
No one go look. In that direction?
Okay, guys, so actually played a bit with this guy. I beat him about 5 or 6 times, I don't know, but he did win a couple of times because he has one spell that kills everybody if you don't move from there from its path. Must say I'm not that happy with the pathing of the units, but let's keep going on hard for a couple of episodes and we'll see. We'll see. The heroes though feel very weak for me right now. Maybe because last thing that I remember in Soul Harvest was when I got the heroes level 20 and I had a bunch of spells available, but... And by the way, this guy has the voice of Wraith. It was a character from Soul Harvest. It could be the same character, but it also could be only the same voice actor. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the same guy. Who knows? It could be possible, because that one was a mage, and the mages have their ways of prolonging their lives. So he could be that guy. Yeah, I guess. The events from Soul Harvest should have happened about 50 years ago, just based on that 600 moon things that I heard about when the disease started on Neo. So yeah, about 50 years. Yeah, it could be the same guy. Now let's it's the last time I'm doing it. You can actually win it without any kills, but it's mostly luck based. I probably will lose them a couple of times, but let's hope I can revive them in time. So let's... Yeah, and actually I fought him a lot just to get used a bit by with the hotkeys.
What? What is that?
Yeah, so this guy is all over the place.
For the Moonkin! What is needed of him?
They messed with the wrong tribe. Over here.
Don't know why it's... what's with that patting though.
Only fools challenge the Moonkin. You are ready. He will lead the way. Quick, they must survive!
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp.
Great. More problems to smash.
Come on.
Ready for
Let's not get killed.
They messed with the wrong tribe.
What should he do?
Yeah.
Grunwa is here.
Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not? Next.
Yeah, those are quite... Look, they have a ton of hit points also, so...
What now? More trouble?
Akrog is listening.
I'm trying to keep...
Enemies killed a hero!
Oh my god, man.
Grunwa is ready.
I wasn't looking at him, he has such a low cooldown. Cast time for that thing. They were full health, basically. Come on, man.
What can he do for the tribe? If he insists. Grunwa.
Luckily, he misses from time to time. This is not meant to be killed with only the heroes at this point, I don't think so. One thing I find bad. One thing I find bad is that the taunt doesn't interrupt casting.
You find out.
So the rewards are so randomized. I actually got something that required Constitution 9 last time I played it. I am actually tempted to reload and get another reward. Yeah, but anyway, Noah's hide is better than this thing. So the green thing is better than the blue thing. That's interesting.
Can Zaska help?
Let Grunwa to
Yeah.
going now.
So I'm getting used to it. I love the Spellforce game story, but usually the execution at the release, basically the game usually is unbalanced. You know, I need to keep this in mind. Probably it has something, some quest related to it
Can a
later.
troll not rest for a moment?
There was one also in the cradle, back in the cradle, in the camp. Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, so because they are big units, they move a bit bad, in my opinion. If you didn't notice, they actually zoom out a bit the game, at least that's my feel. And the other units seem a bit smaller. But yeah. I don't know, let's keep playing on hard, because I don't wanna expose myself to circle mesh though. Okay, usually that's for hardcore and I'm not hardcore anymore. Look, we have something over here also.
Greenskins. Zarag's fangs, there's more of them. Why must they plague the Moonkin? May Magua guide his hands.
These are nothing compared to that demon. Actually don't need to fight them that much. Come on, finish them up. Why are you sitting around, sir?
That was all of them. Come, let them look for survivors.
Know what? Let's cheat a bit.
What should he do? He is on his way.
In fact, yeah, so I know there is a camp of spiders, and I haven't played too much. I haven't played ahead, only for the next discussions, and we are getting this base. And after that I stopped to redo my keys because I felt like I wasn't efficient using F1 keys or only the mouse. Now I'm using these keys, as you can see, and sometimes the mouse also, but it's more efficient like that, you know, in my opinion. And if we get more spells, I'll put them over here. Need to hold shift and use that thing. I'll see how I will do that after we get more. Okay, now let's see, we still have one more fight, and let's try to not lose any of the allies. We have everything. Okay,
There! Mud was over here! Help! Tusks! Crush the greenskins!
oh, we lost one. Could we? I don't think we could have saved him, huh? Why are you sitting around, boys? Oh, they have long wind up times. You stay there and watch them. Okay.
That way. All dead. Who thanks stranger trolls?
I'm gonna shut up now.
Ready for action.
We don't need to collect this, the workers will do it for us. Just let me check if there is a crate, because that's not collected. Okay, I think we handled this part. We will stop after we get the base, but there is still some talk left. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now.
You find out. Spike Master Ku being dead or chained now, if not for stranger trolls. Ku and Kin, think. The Chainers are their enemies too. What tribe belong Ku and his kin to? Bog Tusks. At least they was. Now, Bog Tusks all die. Or slaves of greenskins. What about he? Name, tribe? Moonkin. Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher of the Moonkin. Moonkin? But Chieftain Narjak, leader of Moonkin, no?
He floats in the moonlit river now. Akrog is the new chieftain.
Oh, Narjak was great chieftain. They say they fight Chainers?
They are in the Moonkin's way.
Then Bog Tusks help Moonkin. Chainers crush tribe and kill chieftain. They pay in blood. Chieftain Akrog agree? The Moonkin can use all the help they can get. But should the Bog Tusks not go after the Chainer horde to free their kin? Bog Tusks not smart like Moonkin, but they not that stupid too. Look at them, all of them together, not even a pack. So how they supposed to crush Chainer horde? They have wyvern, wargs, hex makers. Nick speaks true. If these Bog Tusks live through this fight, they will try and find way to free kin. But first, they kill all Chainers still here in jungle.
Wise strategy.
The Chainers. Are there still many of them in the jungle? Who knows? Few only. Was big horde that attacked tribe camp. But now only pack here. Just like the stranger said. Are they the only survivors?
The Chainers killed or took everyone else. Ku think it is true. Ku and kin out for a hunt, and when come back, everything burn. Bog Tusks few. Now almost all gone.
Grungwar is sorry.
Then help kill Chainers.
All right. Seems like the Moonkin and the Bog Tusks want the same thing. Let them crush the Chainers together. Good. There is problem, though. Akrog come back to tribe camp with Ku. Then he tell them more. All right. Chainer pack have tribe camp up jungle at Great Evil Ruin. Their bridge to go there, but Chainers burn bridge. Maybe the Moonkin could mend it. Could work. But then they need to make ground around bridge their own first. The Bog Tusks have some scrap in tribe camp, but that not enough to mend bridge. So they need gather more. Zeramak scrappers can take care of that. The Bog Tusks know if there is scrap nearby. Lots. Everywhere. Chieftain Akrog just tell his scrappers to dig anywhere, and they will find some. All right.
Chieftain, is he all right?
What are they doing here? Akrog told them to stay at the camp.
And Nurbok told them to join him when they heard fighting. Who are these trolls?
Bog Tusks. The Chainers burnt down their tribe camp and enslaved their kin.
The small one speaks true. Chieftain Akrog say he helped to crush Chainer pack that's still here.
Another battle, then. Well, what must be, must be. It would be wise to let the Moonkin lay some of what they harvest aside.
Food?
Food, wood, stone, scrap, anything they can find. The Moonkin will need it for when they build a new home. Julog, bring in some beaks from the camp. Then join Crumb.
As Crumb says.
And Noog and his eyes will scout too. He go back to camp and tell them.
All right. Be on the lookout for greenskins. Will Nurbok fight?
Of course he will. He also has an idea, though. What's the Bog Tusk's name?
Spike Master Ku.
Then come with Nurbok, Spike Master Cool. There is something they must talk about.
Alright guys, so let's build up the minimum and I will save after that and we finish this episode. Okay, let's start making a base. So I'm not building that bridge until I have I don't know, let's say an 80 army. And we still have some clearing to do. I know there are some spiders over here. We are going to do the side quest also. So I think the rest that we have should take us at least one episode, but maybe two. Alright, I don't know what's happening from here on, so it's new for me also. Probably won't be replaying bits, because I only did it to set up my keys and get acquainted with them. Alright, so let's stop over here and I'll continue from the same
Zazka
spot.
just remembered. As Grungwar still the Mugwa's tear he plucked before the devouring?
It was Zaska who plucked it.
Same thing. Is it still alive? Or lost Grungwar it during the attack on the cradle?
It is still alive, though the leaves are wilting. Grungwar wanted to speak about this to the chieftain, but after the battle... Noag hope it live. Mugwa tears pretty.
Alright, let's stop over here, guys.